want to do it. Yeah. Gives you some options.
Hey folks, Mike Lunny reporting here today from Big Race Fly Shop in Fairbanks, and today we're filming a multi-video series for my article currently in this month's issue, October-November issue of Fish Alaska. It's entitled Pike and the Plastic Revolution, and here I talk about 4 different soft plastic pike categories. Talk about tubes, lizards, swim baits, reapers and leeches, then like tackle recommendations and techniques for fishing them. And today we're going to go over tubes and swim baits. So the first category we're going to go over here are tubes. And 2 companies we're going to go over today. There's lots of good tube companies out there nowadays, but these 2 in particular are really good because they have a large profile and they simulate of Alaska's dominant pelagic forage that pike feed on, which are like whitefish and humpback whitefish, round whitefish, least ciscos, and arctic ciscos. And so these 2 tubes right here is from a company called Red October Baits.
So that's a good
Red October Baits is a company of New York, and they make these gears specifically for muskies down in the lower 48, but they work very well for big northern pike when you're targeting remote systems in the Yukon, the Kuskokwim, Minnow Flats, and invasive populations in South Central. So right here I have the 7.5-inch model called the Ninja Tube, and this 10-inch model is called the Monster Tube. They both weigh about 2 to 4 ounces. They also make larger models up to 14 inches long, which weigh up to 8 to 10 ounces. You're going to need heavy-duty equipment to throw these things. How these basically work, actually how about this, go over the construction. They have a heavy-duty wire in here, like if you see this 10-inch model. There's a wire right here coming out of the tentacles. That's 200-pound stainless steel wire. It's flexible, ain't going to break through the pike's teeth. And when they move through the water, each snap of the rod tip is going to make it dart erratically in the water column, simulating an injured bait fish or one that's frightened, trying to swim away from a predator. That's one good company. Another good company here, if you look at my computer here, this is a company out of Iowa called Canyon Plastics. They make a series of tubes from 4 to 10 inches long, and this one right here is the 10-inch Gets It tube from Canyon Plastics, and this is another very good tube to use. And their website has all the options for weight. There's multiple jig heads, different sizes from 1/4 ounce all the way up to 2 ounces to accommodate the different size tubes from 4 to 10 inches in length. Again, that's Canyon Plastics. They're out of Iowa, and their weight specifications are listed on the chart that we have provided in the article. So that's pretty much a nice solid roundabout on tubes. My next category, I'm going to go over swim baits. These are probably one of my favorite ones out of the 4 categories. Today, there's so many different brands of swim baits. I could go into this for hours, but we're going to save that for a more informative feature for Fish Alaska for the future. So for today, we're just going to go over some Savage Gear swim baits that Big Rays carries that are available. The first one is an 8-inch 3D pike. Pike can be cannibalistic and eat themselves at times, and they can't find their dominant food source. These are definitely recommended. The big 50-plus-inch pike you see in the article was caught on one of these. You're fishing anywhere there's rainbow trout present, gravel pits. The 3D rainbow trout is an excellent representation of that forage base. And then this is one of my personal favorite ones. This is a newer one that just came out. Now this is called the 3D roach. Now you ask yourself, what is a roach? Well, it's not a cockroach that lives in your house. A roach is actually a European bait fish that European northern pike feed on, and that's like one of the dominant forage items that northern pike in Europe prey on. And the reason I highlighted these look like the profile of a humpback whitefish, which have a very large, wide profile body shape compared to their cousin, the round whitefish. And these come with 2 articulations. They come in a 7 and 10-inch model. In this hand here I have the 7-inch. This is the 10-inch. They come in a slow sink rate and a fast sink rate. The 7-inch one weighs in at 2 2/3 ounces, and the 10-inch model, as indicated in the package, weighs 7 ounces. So this is a very, very good swim bait to use for pike. Multiple strategies for presenting them, which we're going to go over in a future video here. But for this purposes today, just wanted to go over some basic swim baits. Another one wanted to go over really briefly. There's a company out of Wisconsin called Muskie Innovations. Let's see if we can bring them up here. Alright. So this is a company out of Wisconsin called Muskie Innovations. One of the most popular soft plastic swim baits of all time is called the Bulldog, which came out in the early to mid-90s, and it's responsible for tons of 40 to 50 plus pound muskies caught, big lake trout in Canada, in Alaska, and also big pike. And this is definitely a lure I recommend using. Just blew it up. As you can see, it's got a really large soft plastic curly tail. It comes in sizes from 6 inches long all the way up to the most common one, or the largest model, called the Pounder, which weighs in at almost a pound. So 16 ounces is about 15 inches in length. This is another one I recommend using. And as again, all the weight specifications are actually in the article. I can show you for reference. If you look right here again, the weight and length specifications are in this provided chart. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me, and I can provide more information. But again, all of the length and weight specs for all the popular soft plastic categories for pike are highlighted in this article. So there you go. So there's your tubes right here, and some of the Savage Gear line of swim baits, the 3D Northern Pike, the 3D Rainbow Trout, and probably one of my favorite ones, the 3D Roach, which basically looks like a humpback whitefish going through the water. And as again with most Savage Gear swim baits, it's an inline system, so your line is going to go through the top of or go through the middle of the mouth. It's going to come out through the bottom. You can actually take the hook off, attach it, and it just attaches just like so, just like that. And then when they bite the hook on impact, when they strike the bait on impact, the hook detaches, so that way the fish cannot use the weight of the lure itself to throw the hooks free, resulting in a positive hook sit in the side of its mouth most of the time. So it's a very, very versatile system Savage Gear came out with. But that should do it for now. That's part 1 of this series, going over soft plastic categories. Today we covered tubes and swim baits. In the next video we will go over leeches and reapers and soft plastic lizards. Then in the following video we will show the proper rod and reel recommendations to use for these specific soft plastic lure categories. So, this is Mike Lundy signing off from Big Ray's Fly Shop. Thank you.